Hello everyone, it's Tuesday, May 11th, it's about 7:20 p.m. I came back about 20-30 minutes ago from work. I just want to let you guys know it's Nathan from Queens, Ultimate Traders on Reddit. You guys are more than welcome to ask me questions about tickers or something like that. I'm happy to debate with people, happy to answer questions with my followers. A lot of them send me instant messages. It's okay. So I want to clarify something because today I had a little debate with someone regarding one of my posts that are on Reddit. So I'm not going to say the person was wrong and I was wrong because I didn't clarify on the post. So that's why I have this video. I'm also going to write why a company that trades at under 10 PE has to do something about the stock. So basically, the debate was regarding the main focus and goals of a CEO, but I didn't specify. When I wrote that post, it was actually in regard to the mortgage companies that are trading at 2, 3, 4 times PE. So obviously, like these companies, something is wrong, and which I'm going to go over, because any company that trades under 10 PE with positive cash flows has to go in the market and buy stock. I mean, if anything, those CEOs or CFOs should pay me for consultation because I have several different ways besides just going right in and buying shares. But going right in and buying shares is the fastest and best way to raise the stock price. And I'm going to go over examples and tell you why that's the best way. But this is what that post is about. So the best way and the best analogy to do this is by telling you that hey, you have kids. I don't have any kids yet, but I understand that kids are everything to you. So you have kids. You make millions of dollars, and you send your kids to public school where they're getting beat up. Now, why do I say this? Because HMPT Home Point, RKT Rocket, LDI Loan Depot is getting beat up by new positions shorting. Now UWMC, I'm not going to say that they saw my video. Maybe they saw my video. They announced a $300 million buyback. So they're fighting back. They're fighting back. But let's put it this way. All right. If you're making tons of money, all right, you have kids, you care about your kids, you're going to send them to great schools, you're going to invest in them. So if you have a stock and let's go through each one of them because this is ridiculous. Rocket is valued at about $35 billion because they got crushed. Rocket makes about $8 billion a year. $8 billion a year, and it's valued at 35. So they're worth 4 times what they make a year. Let's go over Loan Depot. Loan Depot, I think, is valued at about $4 billion. Loan Depot makes about $1 billion. Now, I was going over with someone. So Loan Depot has about $650 million in cash, positive cash flows, and gave out a $200 million dividend. Home Point is worth about $300 million. UWMC is worth, I think, about $10 billion or so, and makes about 2 to 3. So all these companies are trading at 3 or 4 times P. And I'm going to tell you what that means to you as a CEO. If you're the thing with the kids, so you're making a ton of money, and you're going to leave your kids in a public school where they're getting beat up. Come on. If you're a CEO and you care about your stock, let's take Home Point, because I actually want to speak to Willie. Willie's the CEO of Home Point. Okay, you made $149 million in 3 months. Your stock daily volume is 100,000. Your stock is now below $6. All right, let's take the whole last 3 or 4 days. The volume in the last 3 or 4 days was 4, maybe 1.5 or 2 million shares the last 4 or 5 days. And that's heavy for you guys. So let's say it's 2 million shares. And let's say it's $6 a share. That's $12 million. If you guys took $20 million of the $149 million you guys made and bought shares, the stock would have a liftoff. UWMC did the right thing. They announced a $300 million buyback, but is it at the market or with the broker? Because if you want the stock to fly, you're going to do at the market and hit buy, buy, buy. I don't think it was at the market because today UWMC came back off the lows, but didn't even go. Now, how do I know that all these companies are short? All right, I've been trading for over 25, 26 years already, since I was a little kid. All right, these companies are making cash, hands and fists full of cash. Okay, there's no reason these stocks are hitting 52-week lows with people that are long that are seeing these companies make money and they're hitting 52-week lows. For in the case of HMPT, amazing earnings. In the case of HomePoint, HomePoint, amazing earnings. In case of LDI, a special dividend and amazing earnings. UWMC didn't even report yet. It was already hit 52-week lows. Why? Because Rocket, the market leader, reported earnings last Thursday. And by the way, they were not bad. They were actually good. They missed by a penny. But Rocket is famous for being short. Months ago, before Rocket took off to the moon, Rocket was always short about 30%. Analysts just hate these companies. I have no idea why. But the case is, Rocket reported, and they just shorted the whole sector. So how do I know this happened? Like I said, these companies are executing and hitting new 52-week lows daily with a lot more volume. So what does that mean? Someone is coming in and short. When they see a bid, sell. When you want to buy a stock, you buy on the ask. When you want to sell a stock, you go at the bid. So if you have someone in the morning hitting sell, it's short. It's short because people that are long, that are seeing these companies execute, aren't going to sell at a loss. They're going to be like, what the heck? HomePoint just made $1.04. HomePoint is going to make $2.50 a year this year. $2.50 this year. And the stock is trading at under $6. Under $6. That's offensive. Since I've been trading since I was a kid, the only companies that trade under 10 PE are under 5 PE. It means a huge decrease in sales, a huge decrease in earnings, or basically the company had 4 customers and lost 2 of them. So what I'm trying to tell you is it has to be drastic. Okay, yesterday, Nautilus, NLS, reported absolutely amazing earnings that are unheard of. Okay, I thought NLS was going to beat and crush, and they even surpassed that. Why do I say that? So I was thinking NLS was going to grow sales at about 75% because they had already said 55 to 75. So I was thinking 75%, 75. I was thinking they're going to blow earnings by 5 to 10 cents. Instead, they came in as sales 120%, which is ridiculous. And they made $40 million. Okay, I'm going to tell you why this doesn't make sense. The whole company is valued right now today at $500 million. Okay, that's a whole company. The last 6 months, that means this quarter, which they made 40, and last quarter where they made about 45, they made 80-something million. So by the end of this year, they're going to pull in $120 million. And how do I know that? So they just said they expect about 50% growth. All right? There's 30 million shares and expectations are for 50 cents. 30 million shares, 50 cents is 15 million. And I'm telling you, they're going to crush again. Why? check out the receivables. So Roth Capital, what I was getting to, Roth Capital actually gave them a downgrade today with a price target of 70. Where are they getting this from? Please have the guy from Roth Capital reach out to me. I don't have a team. Just contact me on YouTube. Contact me on Reddit. This is Nathan from Queens, Ultimate Trader. Very easy to find me. How do you come up with a $17? You tell me the company is worth $500 million and made over, they're going to make over $125 million. Yeah, they're going to make over $125 million this year. By the way, they have $113 million in cash in their bank account that if you buy the company, you own the bank account. So it's 113 and about $15 million in debt. So last quarter they had $30 million in debt and about $92 million. So what happened is they increased cash and paid down debt. So I don't know what's going on with the guy with Roth Capital. So if you're paid to do this, I hope you see this. Contact me. Talk to me. All right? I'm not even going to charge you. I'm just going to tell you tell the people you made a mistake and you're going to do the price target again of 30. Because right now, based on yesterday's earnings report, NLS is worth minimum 25. Minimum 25, but it's okay. I'll trade it to like 21, 22 if that happens because people have to wake up. But what I was trying to say in this video, right now NLS made about $2 already. So let's say they're gonna make about $3. And once again, a company trading at 6 times PE. If you have a lot of cash flows, think of it as a person paying down loans, paying down your mortgage. If you're able to pay all your bills, what you should do as a CEO to raise shareholder value, go in the market with $5 million, $10 million. Go in the market and buy. So this video was about companies that have very, very low PEs because these CEOs and CFOs have to see that they have positive cash flow. So actually definitely the main goal of a CEO with a P ratio of under 10, if they have good cash flows. So some companies that have a P ratio under 10 are what we call a value trap. A value trap is when a P ratio is very low, but the debt is so high that the company cannot give dividends, cannot buy shares, would love to, but they can't do it. So in this example, I'm going to just say this example, and then I'm going to finish because this video is going long. So Rite Aid, for instance, Rite Aid is like $17 or $18. Rite Aid has a lot of debt, But if Rite Aid didn't have debt, it is my belief they would go in the market because they have positive cash flow and buy shares. But they're not allowed because their cash flow, the money they're making, is barely covering their debt. Not with these cash cows. Cash cow, HMPT, RKT, Rocket, LDI, Loan Depot, UWMC, United Wholesale Mortgage, NLS, Nautilus. These are cash cows. They're bringing a lot of cash and the stock is dropping. Think about that. You are the father as the CEO. These are your kids. You're letting them get beat up. Send them to a private school. Send them to a good college. Buy some shares and you're going to see the stock take off. Okay? Let's go.